H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks and sometime Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it is my favorite day of the week is Wednesday. Women Rock Wednesday. And I just, and like, we got new people that comes on this show. Like this one guy, just because I talked about women a few times, I showed a video of Coach Yo. We had one of these old chauvinist guys come on here and talk about what is Women Rock Tuesday night? It's Women Rock every day, my brother. Kedrick Lewis, I know you ain't on yet, but you always got some mess. Women rock every single day. We just use Wednesday as a day to commemorate it. That's all. Women rock every day on this show. We'll shut it down. If all the women just want to be on here, we'll shut all the guys down. I'm just telling you, fellas, I love you, but women, they're very, very, very important to all of us because all of us came out of one. You follow me? Without them, don't be no us. But let me shout out to my let me look on my feed here. Let me make sure. Let me look at all my stuff and make sure I got everything running. I done shared the show. Make sure you share the show. Let me see. I think I got it. Yeah. What's up? I see you out there, but I can't call your name yet until I talk to my women. Lady B is in them. Okay, I got my girls. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see my girls in the building. Let me see. I got to find my cursor. There it is. We got skip all. Dale Griggs is in the building. Lady Barron is in the building. I saw somebody else. I saw Madonna is in the building. Wait a minute. Did I get that right? Yeah. Hold up. Let me make Dale. I got Dale Griggs. I got Lady Barron. I have who else I got? Madonna. Okay. Who else I got? Oh, that's all. Oh, we gotta wait. I see you out there, fellas. Fellas, until my girls get on here. I can't live. Man, we had a unique, I can't wait to talk about. We had a unique show yesterday. I had plenty of calls from that show yesterday, plenty of texts. And unique show. This Chop Shop, man, is morphing into something that's it's becoming. It's becoming. You know how they got this book out called Becoming? It's becoming something. And it takes, people thought it would go overnight, but like right now, we should be sharing this show just on general principle. If you come on this show, and if you're on YouTube, your first thing when you sign up on the YouTube, you should be giving it a thumbs up and texting your last 5 friends and say, man, watch the Chop Shop. That's all we ask. Because we got some unique conversations been going on. I came on yesterday and talking about one subject, and all the time I didn't realize the person was talking about something else. I mean, it was unbelievable yesterday. Let me see if we got some more women that came on. Let me see. What's up, Mark? What's up, West? Well, I can't talk to y'all. I'm sorry. I can't talk to the guys right now. I can't talk to the guys till the girls come on. I see y'all, though. I see y'all. But I had unique, and I need you, Mark, because you're from out of town. Mark is on the East Coast in the DMV area. But I need y'all today. I'm just waiting on my women. Just waiting on my girls. You know, because something yesterday really bothered me. Kind of got to me, Mark. I can talk to my fellas. I ain't. Wesley Yates kind of got to me yesterday. It's kind of got to me yesterday. Share the show. I don't know where they at. But you know what? I might not wait on them. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they should be here. I'm on time. Shit, they should be on time. But I'm sitting here yesterday. I asked a question. I didn't realize this was such a polarizing question. I just asked a question that morphed into something that I had no idea. I was thinking about, as I've always been consistently thinking about, the basketball grassroots community. And guess what? My son grew up in this community. Played basketball. And all I ever thought about it, what if something had happened to me? Who would have looked out for my son? That's the only reason yesterday I asked the question, Herb Baker. I just asked the question. No, I didn't get on. I heard. When I think about it, when I got off this show yesterday, I was so calm. It was a relief. Y'all got to understand, some of this stuff that comes out of me, I don't have no script in front of me. There go Brandy. What's up, Brandy? Brandy, you got to get on in here. I didn't mean to get on nobody's behind yesterday. But what happens, Brandy, and y'all got to, Mark, and you got to help me with this one, Mark. People are bold enough to type something on this screen that in my space and expect for me not to comment about it. Or expect for me to agree with what they said. And see, Barry said, Barry, I didn't take it like I got on somebody's butt. I really didn't. I promise you, Barry, if y'all know how I am, if I feel kind of compelled or feel guilty about something, I'll come back and say, y'all, I got to turn over. You remember I did the thing on Cinco de Mayo. I said that I was going to turn over a new leaf. I'm not going to get on people. I think but Barry, Brandy, I'm thinking, when you put something on the screen, you want it talked about. Let me make sure ain't nobody send me no email yet. Hold on, let me see. Let me check my my email, my Chop Shop email right quick. Hold on. You know, y'all got to help me on it. Y'all got to understand. I know people all over the world who watch the show. My friends. And I asked them to critique me. I tell them, dude, tell me what. I want you to critique me. He said, Robert, you asked a question. That one of my dudes said, he said, this is the most critical one. He said, Robert, all you did is ask a question. Why do teams leave? We have a great monumental event in Houston, Texas. And I just asked, why do teams leave Houston to go play in Dallas? I wanted to know what's the difference? What make you spend that money, hotel, for the parents and everybody, to leave Houston that have one of the most potent events in history? Sonya here, I can get it going. See, unlike y'all, I'm not this cool guy. I love these people that be on this feed, man. I even talk about them. But when you put it up on the feed, now some guys I just let it go because I know some of them they just ain't got it. But when a woman puts something on the screen, y'all know I pay attention to it. Okay? So just understand that I promise you, I left feeling good yesterday. Because what I did, I just wanted to know, because I don't know everything. I wanted to know from y'all, what makes you, and then for somebody to come on and say that Houston don't embrace their kids, that troubled me. Because I've been hearing that. Houston don't embrace them. So what Dallas does? Who told you that? Where did you get that from? And then some of the people on the feed was offering proof. Yeah, I had some. You need to go back and watch the show yesterday, Don. I had a whole segment just for you, guys like you. Had a whole segment for you. I don't even think I'm going to bring it up today, but had a whole segment just for you. Whole segment. Mr. Water Bottle. I had a whole segment just for Mr. Water Bottle. No, Barry. But Barry, I'm just thinking about something. All I wanted, think about it, Barry. I don't have a son playing right now. I don't have a daughter. I don't have nobody. I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't have an event that y'all have to go to and pay in. I don't have a website that y'all have to go to. And I don't have none of that. I'm here to help the parents. But somehow the parents want to fight me. We got smart ass people. People come on here and try to make jokes to the dude that's trying to help them. And try to throw the show off, trying to be trolls. This is a troll society. It's a hustle and a troll society here. Look, I'm finna say something crazy. I know what you're doing. I like to confront that. Got like Michael Jordan. Robert, you stay for. Shut up. I don't tell you how to hold no damn camera. I ain't never came to the gym and told no dude how to hold no camera. I ain't never did. I don't bother people about their jobs. I don't bother people about their platforms. I ain't never went to Kendrick Lewis. I ain't asked Kendrick Lewis what he did so I can go and troll him because I'm not a troller. I'm trying to make the community around me better. But I know Martin Luther King has some people like that against him. Malcolm X has some people like that against him. Adam Clayton Powell. Listen, I thrive in this kind of environment. I tried to explain to y'all the way I negotiate with these people. I thrive in it. Y'all think this, oh my God. I thrive in it. It makes me happy. It makes me sleep at night. But all I was doing, I was trying to say, what would make a team? We're giving an event that's been in existence for 20 years. An event that put Houston on the map. The spring icebreaker. But you, for some reason, decide I don't want to bring. And then, hold up. So somebody gave me some reasons. And I understood the reasons. All I was looking for answers instead of getting sensitive. I'm going to take my kids and we're just going to leave. And y'all talking about don't leave. Man, I was so mad at y'all on this show. Talking about, don't y'all ever listen to me. Don't y'all ever do that. We ain't begging them. If you got, listen. If you beg them to come, you gonna have to beg them to keep them. We ain't kissing no behind on this show. I even think about it. I allow Kedrick Davis every day to come on here and say something crazy. I don't care. I keep telling y'all I like for somebody to say something like that. I thrive in that. So don't tell me to come down. I know what I'm doing. I got people around me that know. I got a team. You ain't on the team yet. Just bring your brick. That's all I ask you to do. Bring your brick. We not Key Sweat, no big, but it was unique. It was unique though. Unique topic because I didn't know. I didn't know. See, I stopped looking at some of the comments. See, that's when y'all better be wary when I stop looking at your comments. Because I stopped looking at the comments and I found out all of that information came down. All of this mess was about where somebody was ranked. I was completely confounded because I didn't see it on the screen. But somehow they mentioned where Houston they didn't rank, and I think the lady, she said, they don't rank my kids. The kids are not ranked higher than they want to be ranked. Y'all, all I do is go by how I live my life. I have never picked up a phone and ever called anybody about where my son was ranked. I didn't get mad at nobody. You know what I told him? You are a point guard. See, this is what I can control. If I can't control Doug, I can't control Jimmy, I can't control Jeffrey Day, I can't control Robert Carroll. I can control what happened in my son. All I was trying to let him know that, look, I went and told my son, you're a point guard. Point guards are known for their wins. You at a high school that ain't won nothing in 10 years. Go make winners out of them and see what happens. I ain't get mad at nobody. So guess what? He took a bunch of guys that y'all don't even know about, and they won. And they won. And they kept winning. So at the end, he was ranked in the top 10. Because I didn't know Jimmy then. Matter of fact, it was some guys in my camp didn't like Jimmy. I'm going to repeat that. I didn't know him when my son came. I ain't know him like that. He knew me because my son was good. He knew me because I was a sports agent. I didn't know him. Ray Moore. What's up, Mike Davis? Mike Davis, what's up, baby? Hey, so y'all follow me? So all I do is try to give y'all the stuff that I've learned being a parent in this business. And what got to me, y'all just don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We done been through this, but we don't know. You ain't been through this. You just got two sons. You mad because they ain't ranked the way you want to. And I find this out later. Y'all got to understand, I did not realize what these people were talking about yesterday. I was completely oblivious because the messages was coming up. Y'all got to understand, it's a group of messages come. I wish I could take a picture and send it to y'all. It's tabulated. They'll come up on the screen like they got Barry McDonald, Sonia Billingsley, then you got Mike Davis, then you got Ray Moore, then you got Rod Wells, then they keep going up. They keep going up. So they keep moving up. I don't see them all at one time. I did not know. Thank you, Ed Russell. I did not know that that the reason people say Houston don't support them cause I don't rank your kid a certain way. Now y'all ask me, is that fair? Instead of go getting your sons and say you can't keep. I mean, y'all, there's so much stuff I found out yesterday after the show. I seemed like I got ambushed yesterday. Because all I was trying to do was figure out why would a team leave and why, let's say, Ed Russell. Ed Russell then built a institution that's been going on for 20 years. And it's been helping bring eyes to Houston. Everybody coming to Houston because of what Ed Russell did. So let's say Rod Wells, a little envious of Ed Russell, come and says, I don't like him getting all that attention. I'm finna go give an event, an inferior event, on the same day, every time Ed Russell give an event. Because I don't like really Ed Russell. Listen to me. That's what's going on in Houston right now, ladies and gentlemen, in case your ass didn't know. So now families have to choose. You got coward ass summer basketball people who got these teams. They won't pick a side. I send a team over here and then I send a team over here and then a team over here. I'd rather you pick a side. I'd rather you pick a side. But hey, I'm going with this. I believe in this. I believe that double-minded man, go read what the Bible said about it. Ed Russell on him. Ed, get it to him again. A double-minded man ain't good for nobody. Y'all follow me? I just don't understand that. Rod Wells, Ed Russell, got a great thing. I mean, putting Houston on the map. Wasn't nobody even thinking about Houston. To Ed Russell built this great institution. And then Rod Wells over there. Wait, I ain't gonna go against the other guys in Dallas and the white promoters. I'm gonna go against the black promoters day. I wouldn't dare go on the next week because the white promoter is giving it that week. This is what's going on in Houston. This is what's going on. But the most valuable thing in this all is you parents. They can't play no game. They can't have no tournament without your babies. So my thing, Marcus, you ain't got to have no energy for it because you ain't in it. You ain't in it no more. There's some parents out here don't understand this. So you can sit up on your high horse and talk about, I refuse and don't have time for energy for that mess. I don't cause problem. I solve. Yeah, but it's some people. Guess what? Well, solve this one. Solve this. How you solve this problem? Since you solved them, y'all, let me put it up there. You don't have time for this. Solve this one. Solve this problem. That Houston, it's an old one, got a magazine. This is the old one. That your kids are in this magazine. Jeremy Cunningham went and searched the website. 50 times your son's been mentioned on RCS Sports website. And you don't want to go play in his tournament? See, sometimes I need, maybe I need to just be quiet like this. So maybe y'all hear me a little bit more. Think about that. Think about what I said. The guy who was giving that tournament, Mark Batcher, has mentioned the lady yesterday, kid, 50 times on his website. Mentioned him in his magazine. But Houston don't give people no love. People are so quiet out there. Y'all kind of quiet out there. And my quiet's just showing me something. Y'all, maybe y'all like this chaos. I said about a year ago, oh, they was mad at me. I said, maybe y'all, if this house is burning, summer basketball, this burn, and listen to me, summer basketball is great. I had the greatest experience. I didn't like some of the people in it, but guess what? I don't like some of the people in everything I do. Shit, I don't like some of the people on the golf course. You follow me? Everywhere you go. So, but I sit back, I just marvel, because all I said was, maybe if it's so bad, we need to just let it burn down and build it back up. You know how you got an old rag glass house, it's rats and everything, and all that, and just tore up? Sometimes it's better to just let it burn down. You're going to scare the rats away, get all that, you're going to burn their ass up, you're going to burn all that up. Then you can start with a new foundation, a better foundation. You're gonna put your pest control stuff out. You're gonna get your neighbor. You're gonna get your neighborhood right. So if the rats went there, they won't. We gonna run them out the neighborhood. All the rats in summer basketball, we need to run them out. You know who the rats are. Let's run them out. So that's all I'm saying. I told him. I said. Then I said something about. They got mad at me about this. I said, you summer basketball coaches, you high school coaches, y'all have the power to put Mike Boynton in the Final Four every year, Kevin Sampson, Penny Hardaway, who else? All the black coaches. Y'all got the power. People got mad at me when I said that. Y'all got to realize, I like all these kids. Let me tell you something. I like all these kids. Some of these parents I don't like. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. Some of these parents I don't like. Okay? I ain't gonna lie. I don't like some of them. But I would never, ever, ever talk negative about a kid. It got a lot of stuff going on. I told you, just a guy came on the phone with me and talked negative about the kid. And then I said, the problem is, y'all talk negative about kids. And get what he said? I ain't said nothing negative about the kid. I said, dude, you spent the first part of the conversation talking negative about this kid. He forgot that quick. Mr. Barnes said, I took what I learned from the Chop Shop and got my daughter full athletics. See that? But you got some people that tell y'all not to watch this show. Not y'all who on here. Some of y'all friends, y'all know some of them. This why I tell you to listen. This right here is why I tell you to share the show. I'm gonna put that back up there, Barnes. Listen, y'all looking at it. That ain't me saying that. This is why I'm sitting here talking to y'all this morning. Because y'all know I could be somewhere else. I was thinking about it. This basketball community. This is why I love this basketball community. This is why I don't want nobody, can't have nobody talking negative about Houston. Let me show you. I live here. It's my home. I'm from Memphis, but I live here. I can live in Memphis if I want to, but I prefer to live here. I'm gonna just let y'all go and just understand what I'm saying. I think I got this information, I think, from Doug Jones. So if some of the numbers off, is on him, not me. He said 392 Texas kids are on Division I rosters in 2022 and 23. Okay? 165 states, 165 Division I schools has a Texas player. Ain't but 300, 350 something, 360. 165 different Division I schools has a Texas player. Watch this. 154 from the greater Houston area, 150 from the DFW, 51 from Austin, San Antonio, and Killeen, 37 from the other cities. And Houston don't give you love. Somebody lying. Did y'all hear those numbers? Do y'all understand those numbers? Or do I need to repeat them? Because I want to talk to y'all. I got that. What Kim, man? I got time today. And then I got a Women Rock Wednesday thing I want to talk about right quick. But I got time. Anybody got a comment on that? Anybody got a comment on that? Does anybody? Knowledge. Marcus Carroll. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't have wisdom on how to apply that knowledge, it's nothing. Nothing. He said, repeat it for me. I was distracted by my knucklehead student. Repeat it again. Yeah, I know. See how y'all know? I know people didn't hear it. Let's go again. 300. Write these numbers down. 392. Write it down. Texas kids on D1 rosters in the 2022-2023 season. This past season, it was 392. Write that number down. Just write it in your notes so you can have this. 165 different D1 schools has a Texas player on it. 165 different Division I schools has a Texas player on it. Some have multiple, but 365 got half the teams in the whole country. Got Houston players on. Texas players on. Now give you this next number. 154, write that number down, are from the greater Houston area. 150, 4 less, are from the DFW area. 51 is from the Austin, San Antonio, Killeen area. And 37 from the other Texas cities. Everybody got that. But Houston, ain't giving you no love. I wait on Jimmy to come on. He talk about that McDonald's. I don't even keep up with McDonald's All-Americans, man. I promise you I don't. I'm not going to the game. I won't even see it. I ain't gonna worry about it. Really, y'all don't never hear me talk about no McDonald All-American. So that's Jimmy. I'll let that. Eric, ask Jimmy that when he come on. I don't even keep up with McDonald All-American. Matter of fact, Eric, just go. If you had bought Jimmy's magazine, you're probably in there somewhere. But I don't have time to look it up. I said Division One. I didn't say nothing about this. Does not include. I ain't said nothing about Division One. I ain't said nothing two. I ain't said nothing about Division Three. I ain't said it. I just said that's Division One. We got some in Division. We got a lot. I'm just telling you. It speaks for itself. It speaks for itself, Ricky Scott. But for somebody to come on here and accuse Houston, and guess what? I'm not the Houston. I'm not a Houston grassroots people. I'm just a dad that saw how people doubted my son. That dude right there, named Eric Bourne. He saw my son one time. First time he saw him, he said, he sure don't look like much. Then the next day saw him play. I said, oh, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, he ain't look like he wasn't. Told you he was skinny. 165 pounds, soaking wet in high school. Couldn't guard him. Nobody. Go ask his contemporaries. Couldn't guard him. Because he can pass, he can dribble, he can shoot, he can defend, and he can hustle. I always told him, if you can do those things, you're going to play on anybody's team. Yeah. Y'all, we got to groom our kids to be good. If you want them to play basketball, you want them to be a CEO, you got to groom them. You go to college, your first day in college, the first day, I keep telling people, the first day, y'all go on there and play pickup games. The first day. Guess what you do? You find out everybody is playing point guard and you tear their damn head off that night. I promise you, I never forget he called me. Late at night, said, Daddy, it's a new sheriff in town. I told every last one of them a new one. He did the same thing in high school. Did the same thing in high school. They wanted him to play in the ninth grade. He's too little. I didn't want him to. He said, Dad, do me a favor. They put me on this team, this varsity team in the ninth grade, but I'd rather play with my ninth grade. I'd rather play with my dudes. See, these are the kind of relationships and the talks you got to have with your son. That's why I give y'all this stuff here so you can have something you don't know. Everybody don't know. It's a lot of stuff I didn't know. I had to learn it on the way. You got to groom them, man. They're more than an athlete, because guess what? The athlete, the ball, he told me he was skinny gone, but beast. Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, Kim. Happy, but I'm going to take, you know what? I saw this the other day. And I said I don't like talking about first. But I have to recognize stuff like this because when I think about first, I think about it wasn't that this person couldn't have done that or somebody earlier couldn't have done that. We just wasn't allowed the opportunities to do certain things, right? So this Women Rock Wednesday, my women that rocks today is Dr. Tamia Potter, who becomes Vanderbilt University's first Black woman neurosurgeon resident in his 148-year history. So 148 years, they have not allowed a Black woman to be a neurosurgeon resident at Vanderbilt. And you can't tell me it's been 148 years and ain't no Black woman was qualified to be a neurosurgeon resident at Vanderbilt. Y'all feeling me? So I'm not hooraying She's a bad mama jamma. Now, don't get it twisted. I can't stand talking about Florida A&M University's alumni. Becomes the Vanderbilt's first black neurosurgeon. Proud of Tamia. Proud of you, girl. You're bad. So I got to talk about you. A black woman doctor on the rise has made history in the medical field. They call it match day. Who you match with what university? I mean, where you gonna go and do your residence? They call it match day. Match day is in the medical when medical students find out where they have matched for their residency. And Dr. Tamia Potter, her celebratory day turned into an historical moment. Okay. A Florida native became the first black woman neurosurgeon resident at Vanderbilt University Medical Center in Nashville, Tennessee, my home state. That makes her the first in 148 years since its opening in 1874. She said, my first job was as a certified nursing assistant at 17 years old in 2014. She said, today, March 17th, 2023, I was blessed to be selected as the first African-American female neurosurgery resident to train at the VUMC Neurosburg, Potter wrote in her Twitter post. Along with Dr. Potter's dedication and resilience, mentorship from Dr. Chelsea Moreland, always got to have a great mentor, guided her along the way to secure her spot in Vanderbilt's neurological surgical residency program. According to Dr. Ashley Denmark, the founder and CEO of Project Diversity Medicine, check this out. She said, I could not be more proud of my amazingly talented and brilliant mentee, who just so happened to be a Beta Alpha soror and a Florida A&M alumni. Dr. Moreland wrote in her Instagram post. She said, we are thrilled to announce our new Vanderbilt neurosurgery residents. Congratulations. We're so excited to have you on our team. Let me tell y'all something. We've had black women who were smart enough to ace this program, but they had to go somewhere else because these people weren't allowing it. So I'm happy for Tamia, but shame on sorry ass Vanderbilt. Yeah, shame on them. Yeah, y'all know I don't. Shame on them. Sorry ass Vanderbilt. Yeah, I said it. But here she is when she found out.
It's happening, Tamaya.
And I've been saying Tamia is Tamaya. I'm sorry. Tamaya. I knew it was Tamaya. But did you see the joy of that young lady? It's amazing. She rocks. Tamaya. She rocks today. She is my woman that rocks today. Shout out. Shout out to my unofficial producer who tried to tell me about how many topics that I be having on my show, named Jesse Scroggins from TSU basketball assistant coach. TSU baseball assistant coach. I'm gonna blow right past her. I just talked about her. I'm going past that subject. That's all I'm gonna say about her. But yeah, she's my unofficial producer. I sure would like to see her show. But I saw something the other day, y'all. I want to share with y'all too. I got so much stuff, man. It's Women Rock Wednesday, right? I want to know what my women think about this. I got some college coaches I want to talk about. I got Rick Pitino. I got him up on my board. Tobin Anderson. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Let me see. I got some AAU stuff. Yeah, okay. That's the stuff they was talking about. When I said I understand why some of these people go to don't want to go into Jimmy's event. Jimmy's a big event, and sometimes it's the pressure of losing in that event. Sometimes it breaks teams up, and some teams. Now the Houston Hoops, they lost both. Think about this: the Houston Hoops. Somebody brought it to my attention. They lost both of their games in their event. They didn't. They didn't. Have their team broke up? You know. But I'm gonna switch. This for you, Jesse. Jesse, when a person have eclectic taste, different knowledges of different things, we're allowed to switch. You know, some people just can talk about one thing, but guess what? On this show, we can talk about a lot of stuff, Miss Jessie. But I don't know if y'all heard BET is up for sale. What do y'all think about it? Do y'all care? Well, tell me. BET, Black Entertainment Television, which is not Black Entertainment Television because it's owned by Paramount, Viacom, then Paramount Global is not on. It's not owned by Black no more. Bob Johnson sold it. I like that. What Barry McDonald just put on the screen. Does anybody care? BET is for sale. And you know, I got an interesting take on it. I wish Mindy was here because I can talk to her businessman. What's up? Hey, D White, I didn't see you, sweetie. Hey, D White. Hold on, man. Hold up. My girls and came on here. D White, hey, Sonya. Hold up. Let me talk to my girls. I ain't seen them. I mean, let me see because I didn't see them earlier. Kim Jackson, I mentioned Kim. Let me see. All right, I got my girls on here. I got my Dale. You know I got you, Dale, from a long time ago. Did y'all see it? BET is up for sale. BET is up for sale. Anybody got any comments on it? I wish Eric Boone. I wonder what people at today. It's Women Rock Wednesday. This is a unique topic. I want to hear what y'all say. Mindy is watching. Mindy, what do you think? Mindy, what do you think about Sohei Hotani last night? She thought I don't know nothing about her. Hey, I didn't know he was that tall, Mindy. He about 6'5", they told me. He was in there with his Japanese teammates, man. He looking like he was with Will Chamberlain over them people. But Mindy, for sale again. Yes. Yes. Mr. Haggard, I'm glad you said something about it. But let me give y'all something. Can I go here? Y'all know I'm gonna go. Y'all know, see what? See, I want Mindy to be here because she knows Mindy she helps me tie things together. That's why I wish she must can't say nothing. That is Moody mentioned. See, that is. I just want to know what y'all think about it before I go give my soliloquy. So y'all can have your pencil. Y'all can write this down. I'm gonna give you some information you probably might use and you might not. Okay, somebody just put something on the screen. Hold up. She on vacation, maybe dry. Oh, she on vacation. Well, I love that, Mindy. I love that family. Cam. Well, I just love that whole family. Dennis, man, you did good, man. BT being up for sale is crazy because BET touched so many aspects of Black lives. I hope the next buyer focuses on giving creative and new platforms and highlight a lot of Black topics. I love that. Aaron, I love that. Aaron, I love that. Got something for you though, Aaron. Watch this. It's been a skip through channel since Johnson sold it to Landon R1. Not to me. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I got the description. I got BET Plus. Yeah, I did. I got it. I just like to see a lot of us on the screen. I grew up watching TV a lot with my mom. And I used to watch Gunsmoke and all that kind of stuff. And wasn't too many look like us on there. Believe It the Beaver and all that kind of stuff. I used to watch all that stuff. The Monsters, wasn't no black people in the Monsters. All them shows I went on. So when I flip, unlike Landon Ardwan, I can't skip through the channel because I like seeing people that look like me. Because I know if they own that, that means it's going to be a black director, a black writer. Look how what BET is giving all these black writers a chance. They own that work. Black directors and people like Regina King able to hone her craft on these type of platforms. I like that. I like that. I like that, James. James, you know, James, your boy Puff is the topic of P. Diddy is the topic of what I want to talk about today. They may be great purchase for, okay. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I enjoy some of the shows and bring, yes. I mean, I just like, listen, I get to, dude, all my life I've watched shows with nobody that look like me. So I used to watch Tarzan and the Apes, and I used to cheer for Tarzan. And he was trying to kill the black folks. I was cheering for Tarzan. And then realized the African people, the people in the church, that was us. Used to watch the Cowboys and Indians. I used to cheer for the cowboy and not the Indian. I mean, I smack myself every night. What the hell are you thinking about? Karima said, I hope the info I heard is true. Byron Allen and Time are looking to purchase. Yes, they are. They're looking. They're looking. They're looking. But I want to share something with y'all. Y'all know. I just wanted to know was y'all up on it. And I want to share for some of y'all people. The people at Paramount Global. She said, I don't know. I love Madonna. Don't tell nobody, y'all. But I like this show. I like that show. Zach and Fatima. I like them, man. I try not to like them because they some dang fools, but I do like them. I don't know. I don't know why I like them. So the people at Paramount Global, that's who own the BET now. P. Diddy is in the mix, along with Tyler Perry, Barrett Allen, and someone cleverly said that why don't they all work together? What's up, Michael Garcia? Why don't they? Michael Garcia, we headed to the Sweet 16. The kids left this morning. Did you go see them off this morning? D. White. Check this out, D. White. Somebody said that. Somebody said, why don't they all do it and work together? And they all can get the credit, you know? You don't have to be an egomaniac. I don't really like Byron Allen as much as I thought I did. Something about Byron Allen I just ain't click with yet. I'm glad you there are some the verdict's still out on him with me. Just with me. You know, I have to thoroughly, before I jump on board, I got to thoroughly like it. But about a week and a half ago, I think Paramount Global was exploring of selling a BET, which included BET Plus, and VH1. I don't know if you know they own VH1 too. They're trying to sell it as a bundle. Everyone on Twitter was going back and forth saying that media is not important. Who cares? I watched that. And y'all know I got to comment on that. A lot of people on Twitter going back and forth, saying media is not important. Who cares? Nobody watches BET anyway, like Landon Ardwan. I don't think people fully understand, y'all, the importance of media. I don't think y'all really understand the importance of this show. I really don't. We're going to have fun. We're going to laugh. We're going to do. I'm talking about the importance of it. Somebody said nobody watches BET anyway. Okay. All right. Y'all listen to me. There are really three ways to control the masses. Okay? Three ways: religion, school, education, and media. Somebody need to write that down. Oh, okay, Mike. I like that, Mike. I like that. I like that. I like that. Media drive perception in a lot of cases. Absolutely. Absolutely. Media shapes our culture. Media shapes our culture. The stuff you read, the stuff you hear, the stuff you listen to, it shapes you and how you think, subconsciously or consciously. Ever think about, ever forget that? What did I say? Religion. There are really three ways to control the masses: religion, school and education, and the media. Religion is extremely difficult to change somebody's religion. So that's kind of hard. Uh, Schooling takes years to fully execute properly, and it's still not done at a real effective level. Control. Come on, control. But media. Is Karima still there? With media, Karima, you can literally watch an hour on YouTube and think you are an expert at something. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you what. I want y'all to hear that one again, and then I'm gonna watch this. I want y'all to hear this. Media is so effective. You can literally watch an hour on YouTube and think you are an expert at something. Y'all know some people like that, don't you? I know you do. I do. Soak that one in. I want you to buy some wine. Watch this. All right, I got you. What if hers? I swear to God, it's going to be some. If I turn BHO one more time and they show ATL, I ain't never seen ATL. I'm glad you said it, Herb. But the question on the tape, the thing on the table, sound like Kevin Google Friedman. What Friedman said? Okay, check this out, y'all. Herb, I said media you can literally, how powerful it is, how it can change the masses. You can literally watch an hour on YouTube and think you are an expert on something. You can really change somebody's mind by watching a documentary. That's why them folks was mad at Kyrie Irving. Think about how many people became vegan by watching What the F, the vegan show called What the F. F word, it's a curse word, I'm not going to say. It's a 2-hour video. A lot of people became vegans because they watched that show. Watch this. A lot of billionaires who have nothing to do with media are buying media companies. Like Jeff Bezos, Washington Post, Elon Musk, Twitter, Mark Benoff, Time Magazine. The list goes on. The man's an internet expert. Oh, I got you, Herb. I got you, Herb. Herb. Hey, Y'all watch this now. Y'all watch this. When you look at media in this country, this is a form of media right here. Where we at right now? This is a form of media right here that I'm on. Told you I got my media. Herb, I'm used to coming. Herb, I'm used to, coming in and sitting on the. I got my media credentials for the NCAA Final Four. I didn't even think about it to do it last year. I never have thought about it. But they sent me my stuff and I was approved. I mean, I just never did that before. And it happened. It's weird. Check this out. When you look at the media in this country, less than 3% of the media is owned by black people. Less than 3%. Okay? 95% of black-owned media is focused on sports, entertainment, and celebrity gossip. Why y'all think I come and talk to y'all about something different all the time? This is a sports show. No. It just said Chop Shop Sports Talk Show. That don't mean it's a sports show. Just like LeBron is more than an athlete, I can talk about more than sports. You follow me? Check this out. 95, y'all listen to that number, write them down. 95% of black-owned media is focused on sports, entertainment, and celebrity gossip. So what does this leave us with? Media in which we have no ownership, no control, and no interest in. That's what that leaves us with. It is literally dictating our lives and result controlling how we think. Sports talk show. It's extremely important that black people have their own media outlet. It's extremely important that we have this outlet. Al Jazeera. Y'all know who that is? Look it up. Al Jazeera is the media arm for the Arab world. Telemundo is the media arm for the Latinx world. Fox News is the media arm for the Republican Party. MSNBC is the media arm for the Democratic Party. Now, somebody was telling me about Diddy's plan. This is why I say I'm going to get on Diddy. Diddy's plan is not to own it individually. He wants to put together a super group of the top black people. I'm going to wait on y'all to comment on that one. Should I repeat it? Diddy's plan is not to own an individual. He wants to put a super group of black people together. Everybody would have probably their seat at the table. You know, everybody in sports and entertainment and business. What does that look like if all these people came to the round table? That's what Diddy wants. I just want to hear what y'all got to say. Talk to me, because I'm going to tell you what I got to say. He said, "You're right, Hatter. As an educator and minister, I can't..." Wait a minute, hold on. You agree with Diddy? You're right, Hatter. As an educator and minister, I can't count the number of times I get a parent or student coming in about some YouTube video trying to argue a subject. Wow. I tried to tell Landon, me and Landon ain't talked. Landon, I'm just giving you my research right here. It's not my opinion, it's my research. That, my research. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get Jimmy in here. You might need to listen to this. That is Moody. What you totally agree with? Tell me what you totally agree with now. Talk to me. A well-diverse table would benefit our generation. Okay. All right. He said the Goulet group. Okay. I totally agree. Okay. I got you. I don't agree. Reason I don't? I don't like it because who are you to determine who the top black people are? Who are you, Puffy, P. Diddy, to determine who the top black people are? That's how we got here where we at right now, in this world right now. The hand-picked me Negroes who out there already, help colonizing us. Yeah. Yeah, that is moving. Participating in the NFL Super Bowl halftimes. Yeah. They have they may have a lot of money and influence and followers, but they don't have us and our future at the center of what they're doing, including Diddy and especially Byron Allen. This is the problem. This is our problem. It's the problem. They not even a talented 10th. At least the talented 10th had a metric. You got to have a PhD. You have to have an education. You have to have been able to cut your teeth in something that have served black people in a manner at the highest level. And maybe you're a bole or one of the fraternities or the sororities. But in those people, there was an aspiration to be better. The problem is we associate success with money. I'm going to tell y'all something. Because some people got mad at me when I told them, I was at a meeting, and I just said, I don't think you can become a billionaire ethically. Ethically, and keep all your ethics. I can't believe you can become you can't become a billionaire. I just don't think you can use ethic values and become a billionaire. I just don't. In order for you to hoard that much money, in order for you to get that much money, in order for you to gain that many assets in a capitalistic system that is inherently predatory, you have to prey on somebody. Well, Robert is Oprah's not. Oh, somebody told me. Predator. Respectfully, I told him. Right now, on the island of Hawaii, the natives are running out of space to live in their own homeland because of gentrification. It's an island, remember? You ain't got nowhere to go. And an urban sprawl. I love Hawaii, one of my greatest places to visit. I'm bringing you on. Here come Jimmy. And public property has now been privatized where private people can buy it. Right? And in the midst of all of this, you can't miss it. You can miss it because if it's Oprah, you'll look it over. You'll overlook it. I ain't looking over. Oprah just bought more property in Hawaii, bringing her land ownership in Hawaii only of about 1,000 acres. I think Zuckerberg got about 1,500 acres. These billionaires are sweeping into vulnerable communities, these billionaires, and taking the resources from them and cannot replace them and boxing the local people out. Where these people gonna live, y'all? They go from living in their environment, their ancestral lands, the Hawaiians, and all would be warehouse and concrete boxes, apartments. And their city, and in this city, away from their culture. And what else do I call that when the person asks me about Oprah? It's predatory. So that's why I say a billionaire. I just don't think they can. But I'm gonna bring Jimmy on. Just want to give y'all that information. Just to let y'all know, we more than, hey, LeBron more than athlete, we more than a talk show over here. I had to give you that one, man. Because I got people in Hawaii, man. Some of this stuff affecting. So that's how I know some of this stuff, y'all. Some of this stuff. I got boots on the ground in Hawaii. But Jimmy, you know what I love about Hawaii? When I ever go there, I never fly straight from Houston there. What I do, I fly from Houston to LA, spend a day in LA to break up that trip, and then hit the rest of it to Hawaii. So that's a great way to do it, y'all. But what's happening, Jimmy? What you got going on, man? I ain't talking about nothing that you could talk about. So you can just come in blazing. The subjects I was talking about, you ain't finna touch it. So what's going on, man? So you wide open.
Mm-hmm. Let's get him a shadow show.
Yeah, shadow
show right now, so we can get this thing crunk, because I missed yesterday, but I was able to watch the replay.
Oh, no. So you heard me say good things about you. I'm finna get off the air right now. God damn. Hold up. Y'all let me get off the air. I can't be on here. I was hoping you didn't watch the show.
I was able to watch the replay. And first, hope you guys have seen Chris Walker doing some good stuff with CBS. And it goes to show, the Chop Shop, it enables you guys to catch us candidly, in a sense, to whereas, you might not often see us if Hatters on the radio, or if I'm on television, or Chris Walker's on television. That might appear to be a different, or some different conversation, that we're spewing out. But I like what Chris is getting at. He's got a promotion. If you guys didn't notice, he's in that studio with CBS Sports. Is March Madness. He will also be working both All-Star games during the Final Four.
So what college? The HBCU and a regular.
The NABC, I think, is the other one.
Okay, they got it. Okay.
I think that's what the other one is called, goes up under the National Association of Basketball Coaches. That's an all-star game as well. Chris is doing that one. He'll be the sideline reporter for the HBCU. I think he'll actually be on the call as a color analyst for the, if I'm not mistaken, for the other all-star game. So, it's good things. Also, that
CNN thing was off the chain. I played it a little bit. Hold up. Let me give him. I played it. I'm gonna show y'all how the Chop Shop gets on these TV and don't be playing. Hold on. Let me get him.
Are right, March Madness has already
get her out
delivered
the way.
some
She was
epic
talking a little too much.
Cinderella stories for the ages. The slipper still fits.
And that's why people, again, you know, people, once it gets to a certain level, close to the Final Four, for programming, they want the blue bloods. But to start off, the excitement, they want, you know, Princeton. And listen, there's something in the water in New Jersey because St. Peter's, everybody loved the Peacocks last year. Now it's Princeton. And I'm telling you, Princeton has a chance. So people need to keep watching the
Has a
Ivy League.
chance to go how far?
Maybe
Look at my bracket.
We need a dose of reality. That's
Well,
good.
well, Creighton they play Creighton, so
Yeah.
they beat Baylor, which was my Final Four team. So so I lost them as well. But Creighton is really good. They have a great coach in Greg McDermott.
Like I did a whole 30 minutes on Seawalk yesterday, but I just love seeing him up there, man. I mean, it brings tears to my eyes seeing me.
Hey,
guy.
it looked like Don Lemon wanked that old Chris or something, man.
That one, oh yeah, well, shit, Michael Chris probably had that man purse with it.
Like Don Lemon bit his old bottom lip over at Chris.
Yeah, he was there. I mean, it was a great conversation. That was a great. Whoever cast that, that was good casting. Chris is image. Y'all see, cause I know it's some people. Y'all understand? I know some people said when Chris come on this Chop Shop, they turn it off because they can't stand it. But they told me. But he is a unique talent, y'all. I'm just telling you. His nickname was Good Talking Walker.
Good talker.
Good Talking Walker. I call him Good Talking Walker. But he. I mean, he just. I mean, I always knew he was good because he was a little unsure about it in the beginning. We used to talk about it, and I was unsure. If it wasn't for Chris Walker, I probably would have never did the even go on the broadcast with TSU. If it wasn't for Chris Walker, he said, "Man, just try it, man. What you gonna do? I can help you. What'd you do?" Then he sent me some information and sent me some stuff, and I said, "Oh, okay. This is what I got to do." So. Let me tell you something, man. He got his tentacles out there and everything in the media space, and I'm just proud of him. I mean, you know, he still ain't worth a plug nickel, but he know what he's doing when it comes to this sports. And and I love how they always announce him as former Texas Tech head coach. I like
coach.
I like that.
And I noticed that because. Well, I noticed a couple of coaches that were also in the interim space. They acknowledged them as head coach, and I was going to bring that up. And because when it comes to using, they'll say interim, but when some of them had those jobs in the same space, they don't even announce the interim. So now,
well, CNN announced head coach
because you know what, technically. It goes on your record as a win. Yeah. That's like Jerome Tang when Jerome Tang was at Baylor when Coach Drew.
No, that don't go on his win, Jimmy. Not the ones when Drew was out for a minute. No, Chris was actually the coach again. Yeah, that don't go on the win when the coach out like that. You know, like I learned that I learned that this year, Coach. When Damon had to take over, he said that win don't count on me. When John Lucas took over, they don't count.
It counts morally, and it counts in your audition. Now, one thing that with Chris with the CNN thing that's deeper, and I'll pull up the hood. It's always good to look at the engine when you're looking as you're admiring a good car. Here's what you just saw, and you didn't notice. Whenever you go into a new network, remember he's on CBS. Now he's going over to he's at CNN. That was an audition. Whether Chris liked it or not, whether he knew it or not, you are being auditioned by the producers, by the bosses. That when they look at that segment, they are auditioning, they are evaluating you. Because if somebody gonna say, you know what, I like him, then it would determine whether they're going to bring you back or not. You see, and that's how you start being like a resident sports guy. Or they want to talk every year. They will determine. Well, we like him. You know, we like that guy. Let's call it. And we want to talk about sports again on CNN. Let's call Chris Walker back. That's your audition.
Jimmy, I think I'm gonna let you know. CNN and CBS, I think they're owned by the same parent.
CBS used to be Viacom.
That's it then. That's it.
And TBS and CNN is Time Warner.
Yeah, they owned by the same company. Now they owned by the same company. I just looked it up.
So if Viacom and Time Warner, they did a merge.
Time Warner ain't even. They don't even talk about Time Warner in here. It's just Viacom. It's Viacom and CBS.
Yeah, Viacom and CBS. I knew that from back in
them the ones.
My old day trading days. At all them companies. Who own who. Whenever you get news, you go. Pecking on that computer or whatnot. But now, Barry McDonald say pull some strings and get Rodney Terry on the show after their season. He is passionate and kept them kids together this season. Barry, we've had Rodney Terry on this show a couple of times. We don't have to pull no strings. I don't have to pull no strings to get Rodney Terry on the show.
Yeah.
Barry, ain't nothing wrong with that, Barry. You just might not, you're getting to know me a little better when you're watching the Chop Shop. But Barry, trust me. You name them. I keep telling you guys, name who you want on, and we get them on. Y'all don't name nobody, so
y'all don't ever say that.
They're regular people, they're regular folk to us. And it ain't no big deal because I know once we start getting them back on, then it makes the other ones jealous. So then we got to keep going because they'll all send messages. Man, you know what? I see you got your boys from Baylor on. The UT gonna call. You get UT on it, A&M gonna call. So now it just going on and on. So I just stopped doing it because it just makes so many people jealous. I got messages in my phone from yesterday. Coaches outside of Texas. I looked on there. He was on here a year ago. Man, can we come back on the Chop Shop? So I'll let you know after the Final Four.
Barry said he didn't watch it before, but Barry wanted him some more. You gotta understand, Barry living in Austin. So he just, he's a homer.
Yeah, we get our
team. A homer.
You know what we do? Whichever one of those guys, because we don't have enough time. See, so many guys is affiliated with Texas, with Houston or with Texas that are in the Sweet 16. Mm-hmm. There's so many. It's about what?
I really don't even like to bother them this time of year, but everybody else bothers them.
Yeah. I mean, it's no problem. But how many we got? Let's see how many we working with right now. Of course, U of H. Of course, Texas. Of course, Kansas State. Who else has a Texas tie for the coaching staff?
I don't know. I'll keep up with them.
Those three off the top of my head. Y'all guys help me out. Boom, boom, room. I'm gonna rely on you guys before I even look it up.
Don't rely on them.
Why not? In regards to what staffs have a coach that's from Texas or Texas.
You know what I talked about yesterday? I talked about how Uric came on and just talked about how proud he is to have the top 6 assistants on the coaching staff all black.
Yeah.
And that ain't nowhere happening in nowhere in Division I basketball.
And definitely Kansas State. They're getting it done over there. And
okay, you got Alabama. Ain't no Texas coach on there. Gonzaga ain't no Texas. UCLA, no. Creighton, maybe. UConn. Okay.
Who else?
That's just half of the. I know the rest. We call the rest of them out. Texas and Kansas State and Houston. We got them, but Alabama and all them, ain't nothing happening with them, pal. Ain't nothing happening. Oh, so you said Tennessee had Rod Clark.
Okay, Tennessee. So that's 4.
Okay.
So that's 4.
Okay. Hold on.
So dealing with 4 of them. So if they advance, they play.
Well, we got. You know what you got?
Let me see, because Thursday.
UConn got one? UConn ain't got one, I know. I don't think so.
No.
Let's see. I'm keep going down the list. It's loading up slow. I don't know why it's loading up slow. Don't do me. Don't get slow with me now. You jerk. Michigan State? Nope. Let's see. Man, that nigga Izzo. Hey, hold up. Is Donald Hall still on here? Let me know if Donald Hall is still on there. I want to show him something right quick. Oh, Miami. They got my dude. He ain't from Texas, but he got my dude on it.
Man, that's that old Cornell boy over there, man.
Yeah, Bill Cordy, that's my dude, man. That's my dude for life.
Hey,
Where do we
somebody
think
asked a
Josh
question.
Pastner would land?
Somebody has a question on there.
What? Where do we think Josh Pastner would land?
Where is that? Well, I'm trying to see.
Arkansas don't have a coach from Texas, Houston. They coach like they take his shirt off all the damn time.
No. When he had the other boy replace David Patrick, he left last year and took the head job in
Florida
California.
Atlantic probably don't. San Diego State, do they have him? I'm just going through
No.
them. I know Princeton ain't got names. All right? I'm gonna skip on by Princeton real fast, real fast on y'all.
So that's we got about 4. So we get maybe hard on Thursday. We might get bored. Y'all remind us tomorrow. They'll be traveling tomorrow.
Oh, U of A's gone now. They left this morning.
They left this morning.
Yeah.
Well, some will travel today and some.
Yeah, because some got to play on Thursday, Jimmy.
Oh, that's right. It's Thursday and Friday, and then girls are Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They gone today. Yeah. So that means they got to do pressers.
Corey Brewer coaches at Arkansas. What Corey Brewer?
He's not on the road, is he, Doug? He's on the staff. But then again, they get to add an extra player, extra coach, or so this coming season.
Yeah.
The Division I coaches. Now, I think I'm looking in. It was that Bobby Benjamin asked the question about what do you think Josh Pastner do you think he will land a job? Yeah, he's going to land a job.
Where do you think Josh Pastner will land a job? He said, "Where do you think?"
Oh, where do you think?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't talked with Josh, and Josh, but I haven't checked my traps either. But it would be. You have to realize Josh Pastner is not going to go after anything, right? He's not going to go after anything. They had to give him part of the buyout, but he's not. So it's a lot of jobs open right now. Oral Roberts,
30 jobs.
Oral Roberts would be,
yeah.
but you start taking. It's like Josh is going to shoot for the moon. You've been
Ronnie Brewer. It's not. See, I know Corey Brewer. It's Ronnie Brewer, isn't it?
Yeah, Ronnie Brewer.
But he ain't from Houston. He ain't from Texas.
No.
Hey, y'all, hold up, y'all. Can I tell a story, Jimmy? I got to tell the story. Do y'all remember I told y'all the story about I went to a recruit's house. I was trying to get him, and I knew I was good until the daddy got up from the table and went and got him a beer and came back to the table and started drinking the beer right in the middle of the damn presentation, Jim. The mama looked at him like she wanted to just kick him in the throat. She looked at him like, you country, why you do it? That was Ronnie Brewer. That was Ronnie Brewer and his family, Jim. I walked out, Jimmy, I promise you. I walked out of that door. When I got in that car, I said, man, I ain't getting that dude there. Daddy didn't think no. The mama was all, Jimmy, the mama all into it. Daddy went and got him a bill. Didn't offer nobody else no bill. He went and got him one. Popped that top, can't sit back out on the table. Now, what else y'all got to say? So, yeah, that's who it was. Yeah, I'm telling you, my bad, y'all. It's in my book, though. So, y'all got a sneak preview. But keep going, Jim.
Yeah. What I was going to say. Oh, also on yesterday, I watched and I wanted to make sure that I had provided some intel or shared my thoughts on the topic of a lot of these teams who chose to spend their resources to travel outside of Houston to play in events this past weekend. I said last Thursday, and I meant that with every bit of fiber inside of me, that I'm not mad, and I wasn't going to be mad at no team that made the decision to go and play elsewhere. Just a lot of times, however, I will get disappointed when I hear people provide excuses that substitute for the reason and vice versa as to why they didn't do it. And we're going to address some of those reasons that are masqueraded as excuses. The first one that come to mind, Helen, is, and here's the myth that a lot of people will try to cling on, and I'm going to put factual and put facts on top of it to dispel it. One of them is that spring icebreaker will bust up your team. Well, facts is more teams have stayed together than broken up by far. It's about 100-1 on something like that. Here's the reasons that a lot of people will leave your team after the very first weekend of them playing. Let's just examine those. One is if that coach has promised or told that family or the prospect or his family that certain things were going to be in his favor when they played, like playing time, like the ball, like the role on the team, how they want to use him. And after the first week, it's not there combined, especially if they lose. Then guess what? Those people are going to be probably disgruntled. And they probably didn't really buy in the first place. They were like, we're gonna look at you with the funny eye and see how this thing gonna go. Number two, if a player or their parents came to your program after being 50-50 about another program, and you lured them into your space, to your program, and they still wasn't all the way in, they just came, you borrowed them, and they're gone. They realize I made a mistake. You know what? Certain players are playing with certain guys for the first time in the game. They went to a couple of practices. Some of these teams may have had one practice out, maybe two. Some, and very few of them, maybe next to none. And they get with certain guys and they realize that these guys aren't who they thought they were. This stuff ain't gonna work. I don't even like this guy no more. I don't like the way he played. I don't feel we're not in sync. So that stuff happens and that leads to a person may leaving you. Now, the second thing is this, Al. We're not gonna play in Houston. Once again, same pretense. That icebreaker, man, is bust your team up. You play against these teams and this and that, it ain't good. The people gonna be recruiting the kids away, right? So explain to me the team that went out of town, or for those teams that went out of town that came back and played in the other event, ain't that the same risk you taking? So you went out of town, but you came and played games in the other event that same weekend in Houston, right?
I didn't know that.
Yes. So explain to me, if that be the case, then can't you lose your kids at that other event, at that other gym that's putting you against a top shelf team as well? Maybe. So explain that. Bottom line is, you didn't want to play in the icebreaker. And then you make your people say, well, man, I don't know. There's too many parents that come on and say, well, man, I'm confused. I don't know why they won't just get along, we got to get along. But don't act like you don't know that nothing happened. The icebreaker been there since 2001. Y'all acting like I just put the icebreaker up 2001, before your kids were born. So I get upset or I get disappointed when I hear people spewing just frivolous excuses.
Houston don't give you no love.
Oh man, I was coming up to that in a second. I was just dealing with all this stuff. Come on, man. Listen. One topic that y'all ever talked about that's funny as hell to me, the people that stayed in town and played in the events and made decisions, is those people that have the video cameras that are among that comprise the amateur media in Greater Houston. What percentage of those, let's say if it was 10 of them, what percentage you think was at the spring icebreaker? Al?
I don't keep Jimmy. I don't know these.
I'm just saying what you just get. If it was 10, the top 10, what percentage you think was at the spring icebreaker?
If it was a top 10
in amateur media, them, you know, the guys that toting the cameras and evaluating and whatnot, the top 10. Just say it was 10 cameras and writers combined.
Let's say shit. Let's say 80%.
I would say 80 to be safe.
Okay.
So 4 out of 5 was at the spring icebreaker. So if you was talking about if you wanted exposure, if you wanted exposure magnified, see, there's exposure, but then there's exposure magnified. Then it's an easy open and shut case. That's what they say all the vast majority of the powers that the pins that be and the cameras that be. Not to mention every game was filmed on Baller TV. Even the 5th graders, Baller TV. They had no Baller TV. Baller TV turned them down. They say your event ain't got enough traction for us. Because Baller TV, they don't just do anything no more, Hal. They got some new stuff because they had outdid themselves early on. They had to cut all them expenses down. All them people know they got the cameras moved by themselves and stuff, but they still have to have a person on site to be like a fireman. In the case of the alarm, we need to be there to man that stuff. But my thing is, the next thing is when people saying about the Houston not showing your love. Let me tell you something. They'll say 9 out of 10 the top video. I said 80% to be safe. To be safe. So you saying, so now when the people saying, going back to what Doug, that topic before I get all the way out of it, show that to your coaches. Ask them now why. Now tell me this, coach. If we trust in you, we believed in you. We ain't gonna doubt you. With the season just getting started. But now tell us again, make it make sense. Why did we go play over there again? This is the time to recess the situation to make sure. I've had several teams that have called me and say, Hicks, my bad, bro. We tried. We tried to support it. We want to hedge our portfolio. We want to make everybody. We came to you last year. We went over here we tried. We saw. We'll be back, man. I say, Coach, I'm not mad at you, Coach. I just get mad if you make an excuse like that was legit. That's a manly thing to do. I like that. Hey, man, we went to you last year, Hicks. We're gonna go over here this year. And we assess make our economic decisions moving forward. I respect that. But don't come at that, man, exposure, man, this team gonna break up. No, your team gonna break up if it's built on a fake ass foundation. The Houston Hoops just lost 2 games, Hatter, this weekend to the Defenders, which they was feisty in that game. The coaches almost got into it, had to be separated.
But ain't too many people finna lead the Houston Hoops, man.
Oh, why they want? They have, Hatter, in the icebreakers of the past. I can tell you stories where kids have left at halftime.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
But it's a new. This is a new day.
But those kids all have something in common. They all got something in common. People just want to be in denial. That means it was on shaky ground anyway. If you had all, meaning that if
that's a good point. Yeah.
One of them was Shelton McClellan. Remember Shelton McClellan played? We played at League American.
Yeah.
Was that League American? Yeah, League American.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it was open for a couple of years. That was the first event that facility ever had. Was the spring icebreaker. That's when Max Ive and his team was playing. But that particular game, we had Houston Select playing
Yeah,
against.
Sheldon was switching teams a lot, man.
Sheldon took off the jersey at halftime.
Yeah.
And left up out there and went and started playing with Houston Select, I think. But I mean, we can tell many stories of people leaving, but that was a shaky thing of who he was going to be playing with from the get-go.
Right.
You could tell. Guys, come on, man. Y'all need to stop that. Stop sitting there trying to fight, trying to build this stuff on that. And you know what time it is. Certain teams, they got players and it ain't stable. Or some teams have made, now today's society, there are some teams that make deals. They make de facto name, image, likeness type deals with some of these parents nowadays. We're going to take care of this. We're going to take care of that. And if it ain't taken care of, they gone. You're blaming on something else because you don't want people to know your business.
Man, I wouldn't get these nappy head. Thank you, Jesus, for getting me away from this stuff. I'm not finna pay them nothing. No, sir. What? Just for me to have a team? Wait a minute. Now, if I'm getting the money from the shoe circuit, if they want me to pay them, I'll pay them.
No, they don't want you to pay them.
But if it's coming out of my pocket, I ain't get just for me to have a shoe contract. Shh. Your little ass ain't getting nothing, player. But keep going.
Yeah. So, and this is the thing. Like I said, guys, I'm just trying to educate parents. Don't fall for talking points, because a lot of the times you're going to hear talking points from organizations that would try to persuade you this is how it is, and really and truly just covering up things that's reality. Mind you this, there's different layers and levels of grassroots basketball. I say it again, there are different levels. There are some levels that where the teams are comprised and ain't none of those kids thinking about as much about being ranked as you are about eating some caviar. Some of them can care less about being ranked. They're having fun. Guess what? They're not worried about going and getting being in the gym 5 days a week on basketball, because some of them kids might be in the library. Some kids might be studying, reading books on stem cell camps somewhere. There are other levels of kids that are aspiring to get better, and they're going to play regional basketball. That means most nights after they play, parents, they get to sleep in their own bed, and every parent is just fine. They may play once a week on Saturdays. They have a lot of tournaments in Houston that are one day only. That's one of the new fads out of some people playing Saturday only. That's it. I think Terrell Henderson is one of the guys that personifies this one day only, some of those one day only tournaments in the Greater Houston area. And guess what? He has his market. You pay about $125 bucks. Play one day. Some as low as $75. And guess what? That's a different level. They're not caring about exposure at those tournaments. He don't have to try to persuade them who's going to be there filming the games. They don't care if Baller TV is not in the building with the live streams. You see, it's different levels. Then you have travel teams, right? So the travel teams will have certain players that are Division I, that every travel team may have one player that the coach feels is a Division I prospect. Well, that player, in order to boost his stock, they want to get him in the building or against other teams with other Division I prospects, so that it can go and help him achieve the goal in that fashion. So they would travel to play against these other teams. And as they travel, guess what? It works out for some, but for most, it don't work out. But at the end of the day, you'd rather have had and lost, and to never you have to love and have lost and to never have loved it all. And when it comes to regards to that travel circuit, then the top level degree of it is the circuit, the sponsored basketball teams. They have an entirely different agenda than all of the three different levels below that I mentioned to you guys. The sneaker circuit ball is Totally different. In those teams, I heard people saying they saw the Houston Hoops this weekend. Man, that team is long. That team is long. Man, when EYBL start, the Hoops going to be just another fly on the wall in regard to their length. Every team in that league will have 2 guys that are scratching at 6'11".
And 2 of them sitting on the bench.
Every team in there will have 2 of them at least. That's normal. You have to have that. Even if they don't play much, you got them because you got them. So their job is to go and recruit the top prospects in the area. So their job ain't to necessarily, they're not required. It's not in their contract to go and develop all these kids.
Mm-mm.
Their job is to go and find and attract them into your program. That's their. So when you say, man, this guy coming in the gym next to my parents,
that's his job.
While we playing, that's part of their requirement. He's obligated.
Well, Jimmy, you don't have to do it while the game going on.
Man, guess what? Guess what? That parent can move over. Don't have to listen to him.
Oh, I always said the parents ain't no good. I said that.
Okay, let's compare to us being in the bar, Adam. And you got and understand, and you got to just say in your younger days, and you in the bar, and you got a chick in the bar, right? You going to the perform. You performing on your mic night on the what's the name of the music nights was back in the day?
R&B Project.
What is it?
R&B
Project at the Red Cat Jazz Cafe back in the days, right? Yeah. So let's say you on the stage introducing the next act, and your girl over at the bar, and a guy slides your girl. He don't know now. Well, yeah, he do. He knew. He saw that. He slides over to her, talking to her, fellowshipping with her, wants to buy her a drink. She has an option. She don't have to take that drink.
No, she got to shut that down. She got to shut that down right away.
Yeah.
But so that's a bad analogy, because parents in this summer basketball, they try to be nice to everybody. My girl ain't gonna be nice. Her job is to be mean to everybody. Except me.
But it's a way to be nice and nasty at the same time.
But in this summer basketball, a lot of y'all so sensitive in this basketball. What they say about y'all? Y'all so sensitive. Y'all grown men are so sensitive in this business that oh my goodness. I understand the moms talking to the dude, but Coach, you got to realize you're right. The mom, they don't have to go. And dude gonna do what he do. So I mean, he gonna keep doing that. Y'all notice I'm saying he, cause there's one in particular that the people he mentioned the name and said, I don't mind you mention my name, but y'all do that on this show.
Yeah, I mean, so my thing is, I'm not advocating for it. My thing is your expectation. If that's what some people do all the time, and those levels.
Jimmy, they said they go out of town because you have a greater chance of losing your kids locally. If you come here and get your head killed, Jimmy, come on now. You come get your head busted, and them kids will leave, man.
Okay. Here's the deal.
I ain't talking about the hoops.
You. Once again, that means you sold something that's not a bag of goods, a bag.
No, you just got beat. Everybody get beat.
That's how it should be. That's how it's supposed to be. But a lot of people make those kids think here's what a lot of them do. Let me give y'all something, people.
We want all the smoke.
A lot of teams out there say, man, we ain't going to play unless we're going to give us one of them sneaker teams. And I'm going to say, man, the sneaker teams don't want to play you.
Okay.
You're not going to play you. It's happened before several times with several teams. Dude, they're not going to play you. They only going to play 2 games, and they're not going to play you right now. I can't. So it's like, man, so now you're mad because and as a consumer, you have to retain the right to request what teams you want. I welcome that. But at the same time, the other team has a request as well.
Right.
So I'm saying, I tell people, okay, go call that coach. If he agrees to play you, y'all call me back on a 3-way, and then we can get, then I done deal. Oh man,
So
just
Jimmy,
forget it.
so you mean for the last 7 years, the icebreaker cup, they've been telling me that they call it the team buster. I bought, but no. But I bought into it because that what people were telling me.
It has happened before, and it will continue to happen. But that's not the basis of this
Okay,
thing.
I got
That
you.
stuff happens. Okay, so what the hell when them kid leaves in the second week or the third week or after the live period when they switch teams, you're gonna see us. You want to see switching teams now? Wait after that first live period and watch how many kids leave teams after that very first live period.
So you're saying kids leave after every tournament?
They do.
Okay.
They do.
All right.
It ain't no far greater amount than leave now than it does after that April. Actually, it's going to dwarf the amount of kids that are shuffling around this weekend. If you think I'm joking, write them down right now and let's meet up at the end of April after those live periods and watch. See, they can't go and jump from one live period to another. It's 2 weeks in a row. Well, yes, they can. They can get added to a roster that quick. Bobby Benjamin, if you don't lose a kid, first of all, you know the kids that are prone and that are volatile before you even play the game. You know the parents that will leave you. Y'all know that. Heather, when you go to introduce that next band at the R&B project, and you got a different chick next week, and she kind of loose, like our old aunties used to say back in the day, and she kind of loose. You know you got a loose goose in your
Yeah,
already.
of course.
So you got a loose goose. Some of y'all know you got loose goose.
Yeah. Loose lips. Shake ships.
I say loose lips.
Hey man. Yeah, she fast. That's what it is. She fast. Yeah.
And so now I want to get into lastly is that
what?
When I watched the show yesterday and I'm reading the comments.
Okay, what?
And I was so.
See, I missed some comments.
I was actually hurt. After reading.
I was too.
That Wendy Johnson mentioned and insinuated that Houston didn't know her kids. I was hurt. I was hurt because reading it backwards, Wendy and everybody has, things that they're going through. And I know my wife, for one, Sandra, reached out to Wendy a couple of times. And Sandra herself having the same type of health problems in the recent years for which she overcame and reached out and gave Wendy a couple of testimonies and words of encouragement and whatnot. And for you to say that, we don't know your kids. I've came to games specifically to watch those Johnson boys, Malik and Malachi, while they were with Good Vision Academy. A team and a program that's part of the administration. My blood family has fingerprints all over that program. Wayne Johnson and Lil Mike. You see, every time you see Gilbert Good, you're gonna see Mike. Mike is my mama's sister's grandson. See, y'all don't understand. Remember, I keep telling y'all, ask questions. You don't know what the connections with a lot of people is in this family. I tell people all the time, I will see you at the finish line. I need to see you running a little bit first. But when he goes with Good Vision, they hardly played him. They hardly touched the court. So the kids, I'm going to rank you high when you hardly playing with this team. It doesn't justify it. So then you go to Milby High School, perfect scenario. You got a brand new young head coach coming in, Chris Isles, A-Leaf Hastings High School, back in the days, up under Johnny Hawk Carter, and he's doing good after he turned the program around at Alvin High School. He gets over at Milby, you makes the decision to go there, and that's great. But then now, and it's refreshing because they play. They're the red ants in that ant bed, Hannah. So you start to do well. You're first team all district now. Do you understand how many first team all districts it is around Greater Houston? So now then both kids grow about 3 inches apiece during the last 12 months. Okay, so now it's time to be paying attention to the elder one who's in 11th grade, and the younger one is in the Malik is in 11th grade, and Malachi is in the 10th grade. It's time to pay attention to them now. You pay attention to them now. But then, so now you just wait, because all I said all the time, all eggs don't hatch on the same day. I don't know. And I said this till we've turned blue in the face. And I'm trying to figure, how do you guys still try to trick this stuff? It's going to happen. Your sons are 6'8". One is in the 10th grade, one is in the 11th grade. No matter what, people are going to see them. What they do on the court will dictate how much people pay attention to them. So this summer, the grassroots team that you're playing with is TJ Ford. Somebody told me, I haven't seen it. So this is allegedly. TJ Ford's schedule does not include a single Houston tournament on it. Allegedly. I haven't seen the schedule. If that be the case, then when and where? Remember, different people are playing for different reasons. This grassroots, you make a decision. Where do you expect for the 80 percentile of the amateur media in Greater Houston to give him his ink from? If you're going to be playing abroad, let's not play coochie coo with each other on this topic. Y'all smarter than that. So stop making excuses. It is what it is. Have fun over there. Hopefully you'll bypass the process and it's going to come down to April, the live period. If a coach sees him and likes him enough to recruit them. Right? That's what it's going to come down to. That's what it's coming down to. Meanwhile, you can go to Dallas, you can go to Kalamazoo, and I'm gonna leave you with with one of the oldest tricks in the book. I'm gonna give you a piece of the game. Adam, a lot of people don't realize event operators, when you get an out-of-town team, you're gonna make sure you give them ink even before your local teams. So the out-of-town team gonna say, we came out of town and we got it, and they showed us love. That's the oldest trick in the damn book. I didn't think people still fell for that. So if that's the case, I'm going to give every Dallas Showtime player, I'm going to call your names out tomorrow on the Chop Shop like it's roll call. If that's simple, but Dallas Showtime people know. They know, Heather. It's deeper than that. It's more than that. Now, there's 16 under Dallas Showtime that went 3-0. Yes, it's rightfully so. We're going to go through it eventually. Remember, I told y'all it's going to be all week doing recaps from Spring Icebreaker. When you do a tournament with over 200 teams, the rules are different as far as getting exposure on out, getting those articles on out. And I also explained you guys, most of you people that think about it, you go to the event, a guy going out of town, they're going to find one of your kids, they're going to take it, put him against the wall, take his picture, write something good. Oh, he's balling today. He did good. This is the player to watch. So now your trip for your reason for going, you feel justified. Oldest trick in the book. I don't subscribe to playing those type of games with people, because once you start, you can't never stop doing it.
She did say something about what she said. Some coach said something about, two coaches said, I ain't never heard of the Johnson boys.
That was a coach. I read that yesterday. I watched yesterday. That was Coach Jeremy Cunningham. He had just started the season as his first year as a high school coach, head coach at Fulshire High School.
Mm-hmm.
So he had no time. He's from.
No, she said, oh no, when she went to that tournament this weekend. But what coaches was up there in Dallas?
Non-Division I coaches can have been there.
Okay.
Some.
Okay.
They were able to be there.
So she said two coaches up there told her they never heard of that. That's what I thought. That's what I think I got.
You know, it's hey man, people gonna always play on. Let me tell y'all something. Let me give you a play. Say we're in the huddle. It's before the event, and I tell Doug Jones, "Hey Doug, I need you to go and write about the Dallas Crab 5 Elite. They just coming down here. Give them some good ink. Archie, push some videos out there on the Nike Pro Skills team out of San Antonio with Tally. His parents been giving him some static. So we need to push some stuff out there because they wondering why they came in. Let's put some stuff out there on them. And Jeffrey Day, I need you to go. The team from Louisiana, this Express, they out of Shreveport, Louisiana. They pretty good. They got one kid. Make sure you get them on camera. Put them on your mixtape. If that's what y'all want. So this is what y'all want.
But Jimmy, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Some of this stuff I just don't understand. I mean, where it seems like, I don't know, it just seems like they're getting some information from somebody, and it's very contradictory with everything that's really going on. And they think, Coach, she said, we just don't know. Y'all just don't know. I said, I don't know. What do you mean? It's you know what, man? You know, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I didn't even start that conversation. My conversation was about what would make you go out of town on the weekend. I wanted to know what would make you, of an event of this magnitude, what would make you want to go out of town? That was my number one. And then why would you, if somebody else got an institution that helped put this city down, why would you go why would you go and have another event on that particular day? That's how this all started. I ain't said nothing about nobody. I ain't mentioned no team. But maybe, what you call that? A hit dog, a holler? Mm-hmm. Something happened and she just had to say something. Oh, I don't even know why she made the comment. It's just, I'm still perplexed about why she even commented. Because what nobody talking about her? I was talking about anybody that would leave Houston. But I guess they got convicted about something. To go to another event, like ain't no live event, I just don't like people just going. Maybe, like I said, Jimmy, if you had a one-off, hey man, I'm coming to your event, you come to mine. I wanted to hear some of that. Not where the people in Houston don't show us no love. I mean, it just blew me away. It just blew me away.
Well, and you bundled everything together. And that's why I told you I was disappointed.
Yeah.
You bundled everything together. because the question was you just said your question was, why did you leave Houston
Yeah.
and not play in Houston? You
Yeah.
had at least 2 different events in Houston to choose
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
So if you didn't want to play in the Icebreaker, then why didn't you go play over at the other event?
Yeah. But they say Houston don't give us no love.
So once again, so you're going to play in all the tournaments out of town.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Somebody showed me that.
here's the thing what's going to happen.
Mhm. Mhm.
We was talking about the TJ Ford team.
Mhm.
And like I said, once again, I'm starting to learn that people are more if you're watching me, I'm not pissed off with no team for leaving. And Hannah just posed the question. I just get pissed off at some of your reasons
That's
that
all.
don't contain factuals that are misleading for that you claim that you're not playing. That's what disappoints me because it means now the integrity is in question. But now back to the TJ Ford pro. Here's let me give you this. Everybody has an agenda in grassroots basketball on all 4 levels, which I described earlier in the show. Everybody has an agenda.
Mhm.
The agendas don't normally intertwine from level to level, right? Meaning, for example, that guy at the lower level that only plays on Saturdays and 1-day tournaments in the recreation league that they all gonna go and the mama gonna come with some watermelon in a Ziploc bag after the game and everybody gonna stand outside and eat. That team isn't concerned as much about who gonna make the McDonald game, who gonna get ranked by ESPN. Now, I mentioned TJ Ford. Here's what's going to happen. It's a catch-22. That team has enough talent to attract all levels of college coaches to come see them play during the live period. As they lead up to the live period, their degree of success does not matter one way or another. For the players that are being for the 1 or 2 players that are attracting the Division I coaches, because they're still going to come see them play in the live period. That's why it doesn't matter. Now, for the non-Division I prospects, it matters. As much as this team has success, although the plans may be for TJ Ford Jr. to go and prep a year, that's the plan. That's a plan. That's not the plan. That's a plan. An option. If he plays well enough during the live period, Hatter, and the right Division I coach comes with an offer, he's going to do just like Brody Roberson did last year when Brody Roberson went and was going to prep school for a year on the East Coast. Then Tennessee Chattanooga saw him play and was like, wait a minute, wait. We got a spot come open. We got an offer for you. What did his dad do? He had put his deposit down for that. He said, you know what? That's just like putting a deposit down for college. This good. And we're going to take this. So my point is, if that team does well, if TJ Ford Jr. does well, then the offer will come. If that offer comes, it's the right one, right situation for his coach, he's gone at the end of in May. It's a different team then. Follow me now? Bryce Smith, who's the other guard on that team, he's an unsigned senior, Hatter. That's a Division I prospect. If he plays well enough in April during the live period and the right school comes, he's gone in mid-May. He's gone. So that's no TJ Ford Jr., Bryce Smith. So that means now the team changes drastically with the experience of those two top 20 ranked guards in the area. So that means now next man up. Will next man up be able to sustain and get those entry passes into the big fella as those two young men did? Will those two be able to defend at the level? So things will change. My point is your schedules, Ada. How many times you went through this grassroots scene when you saw a schedule back in March of where all y'all gonna go, and by the time how many weeks did you find out that schedule started dropping and adding stuff? It started changing. Everybody was sometimes people would my point is sometimes people would put schedules together to attract the parents and the kids because we're gonna go here, 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 here. It's based on wins. If you're having fun, a lot of things will change. A lot of things will change. Hell, they had teams. Hell, it was just last year. Didn't they have a team that broke up in the EYBL? The team didn't qualify. Team broke up. That wasn't part of the schedule. They had a schedule. They were going to go this and go play that. So it happens. So my point is, stop using excuses as a placement for your reasons for doing that. Stop. And we got some breaking news, Adam. We got some breaking news. What we got right here? Got some breaking news.
Is that what Herb put up there?
Yeah, we got some breaking news.
We can break it. I mean,
well, it's official because I've confirmed it.
Okay.
So you can break it. Herb just put out there, and we give Herb credit, but I've confirmed this is indeed true. Byron Green II has withdrawn from St. Thomas Episcopal and now has enrolled at Shadow Creek High School, where he is zoned to.
That's right.
He went to the middle school. I think it was Rodeo Palms.
Right down the street from school. Yeah.
So it ain't one of it's what he left. A lot of people would try the private school route because it's less for various reasons, and it doesn't. If it don't work out, I'm gonna go back to my home school. And this is one of those cases.
Absolutely.
It may be other ingredients that's in the gumbo, but that's the element, the foundation of it. This young man here is talented. He starts with that live on blue chips 15 and under team. And started for St. Thomas Episcopal.
Did they play this weekend?
The live on team, yeah, they played. He played.
How'd they do?
I don't know what their record was. They played 3 games this weekend. I don't know what their record was. That's a good question. It don't take nothing. It don't take nothing to find out how this Chop Shop.
I can't believe
we got. Hey, we'll need Kevin Freitman to find out all the news. Freitman, it's like he's slipping today anyway, right? Live on blue chips, 15U.
Doug ain't hit me.
Here they go right here. The schedule. They played 2 games. They beat the Houston Defenders 15 and under by 55-38, and they lost to the Texas Takeover Adidas East 15 and under 65-62, and that was on Saturday. But so he's leaving. Herb said they were 2-1. He said we. That's right. That's Herb. Herb was sitting on the bench on that team. That's right. Show is. Herb's on the bench.
Herb, I thought you was a consultant. Who was the coach? Who was the head coach? I ain't get a chance to see him.
Herb's at the end of the bench. I don't know. I don't remember who was head coach.
Oh, okay. All right.
And here we go. Somebody had a question for us, and we're gonna get ready to land the plane in just a second, guys. If you do have a question, we'll take questions we'll take 5 questions. If you got 5 questions real quick, and we'll give you, there's one right there. If you have questions about this stuff, like I said, we just here to try to give. I don't have skin in the game in regard to your kids. I don't have a direct connection with no individual grassroots basketball program in existence. I have no direct connection with any of them. So you got questions, you ask, but one thing I do not, and none of you people that have ever called me can ever say, I do not tell people where to go and play at.
No,
I do not do that.
that's
If
not
you
good.
calling me, ask me, what should I do? I'm gonna help you and get some factuals and give you some questions to go and ask both sides of the fence. I don't tell people where to go and take the kids. I don't do it. I don't get in too deep. I've been in that deep before. Once you get in, it's like the Roach Motel, it's hard to get out. So I don't do it. Now, I know many people that do. Many people insert themselves into the middle of the kids' recruitment. And many people insert themselves. Guess what? That's some people, some families need that. But I don't, I find better things to do with my time. Like, I mean, so.
That's interesting though. I could never see myself telling nobody exactly where to go. No, hell no. Because if it mess up, they looking at you crazy. And it's got a great chance to mess up, Jimmy. They got a great chance to make up. That's a tricky little, that's a slippery little slope. That but I like I said, I was just curious, and I didn't mean this. But I'm glad I did stir this little hornet's nest. I didn't realize it was a hornet's nest. I just wanted to know why. You know, I just wanted to know why would a team leave, and the things that are being done in this city. And Doug gave some information. I told y'all I'm gonna repeat it again because it's Doug's information. Hold
What's
up.
that?
I did it in the beginning. Talked about it. Let me get back to my notes. He was just talking about the number of guys that Texas players that are in the NCAA. Let me see where is he at. Okay, yeah, he said it was it was 392 kids on Division I rosters in this 2022-23 class that just played this year. 392. Write that down. Put a circle around. 165. Write a circle around that. Different D1 schools has a Texas player on it. Okay? Write that down. Another number. 154 from the greater Houston area. 154 from the greater Houston. Circle that number. 150 from the DFW area. Circle that number. 51 from the Austin, San Antonio, Killeen area. And 37 from the other Texas cities. So I'm always going to have a problem when people talk about Houston ain't doing this. Houston ain't doing that. So when it was mentioned, that's the only thing. Because all I was just wondering, why you're leaving Houston to go play in somebody else's event. And if these kids never play in Houston, how those 10 people, 9 out of 10 people are Doug, those 90% of the local amateur media, how they gonna cover these guys if they already gone unless these guys take them on a road trip with them? How they gonna cover these guys on that particular team? Because these kids are, I guess a majority of them, if they're based in Houston, why won't they showcase their talents in Houston for these guys to see them? How they gonna get some love going out of town all the time? You want love, but you're leaving. How you gonna love your husband and you're always in the street? Jimmy, if you always in the street, I mean, I, it baffles me. I don't know what's going on in the climate because I don't deal with these kids no more. I don't know what's going on with the parents these days because I'm not out there dealing with them. Y'all, take my hat off to anybody who deal with this stuff. But some stuff I just don't understand. What Sean Davis said, do you think players should play on two teams?
Um,
Wow.
in two teams.
I don't understand that one.
I mean, here's the thing.
The batter can play on one.
Most of the time, Sean, put on there for the screen that way some people can see it.
I got to go find it. But keep going.
It's in the
I know,
box.
but I can't take that over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's he asked, do you think players should play on two teams? Here's the deal. Here's what's at risk. If you're playing on one team and there's another team that's have a greater opportunity for exposure, if that's what you mean, then with all means, you go and do that because sometimes you don't want to, you might have a neighborhood team, Hatter, and you still like your son still
okay, yeah. I got you.
With his friends.
Okay.
Them his buddies. They grew up with those guys and they don't want to leave those guys. Then you're gonna play with the sneaker opportunity come for you or for more exposure. You got to go and take advantage of that. You got to. So, but at the same, if that's what you mean, no problem with that. But two teams on the same plane, either you're greedy, either you're naive.
But if it ain't taken away from the other team, can they play?
If they're on the same plane, right? We're not talking about the sneaker level. We're not talking about a guy that's playing with the Under Armour team this week and the Nike team that week. We're talking about they're on the same level, two independents. See, because here's what doing. The coach, every coach that gets influence over your son is going to add a piece of software to his mental computer.
So you shouldn't have to. Okay, I got you.
Every kid can't. No, if one coach is teaching you that you should, there's a point guard, you need to advance the ball up. Don't dribble it all. Then the other coach might be telling, I need you to get that ball. You fastest one I got dribbling. Get that ball, advance to half court. So which one is he going to apply? Which one is going to become muscle memory? So you as the parent have to vet and insert yourself into the equation. I don't tell you what to do.
I just think they should play as much as they can, man.
Well, no,
play basketball as much as you can.
You want to rest as much as you can too, Hatter.
Huh? What?
You want to rest as much as you can too.
Yeah, but I'm talking about if you're not one of those top players, that's how you get better. You got to keep playing, man. You got to keep playing.
You know what?
They ain't practicing that much, Jimmy. No way. These guys,
you know what? It's a hell of a topic.
Yeah.
This is a hell of a topic. We don't have time for today.
No.
Put that bookmark this for tomorrow. The reason somebody brought this to me, one of the reasons why there's so many, like, they need to do this, they need to do that, they need to do this, because we know, you know what it is, and it's probably undisputable. Because back in the days, the thing that substituted and served the purpose of all of that is that back in the days, they would play pickup games on a more prevalent scale.
What I'm talking about.
And you don't get those pickup games anymore because the thing that has usurped those are
tournaments.
Workout times.
Yeah.
Development times. Working with, so they ain't playing on the slab no more, Hatter.
I ain't telling nobody not to play no basketball. I'm just talking because I love the game. I played it all the time. So maybe like y'all said, it's a new time out there. I'm not telling them. I don't care. Just learn how to play. Now, I ain't saying everybody go to the live periods. I'm telling. I want you to play enough to learn enough. So when you get on Carnegie Hall, or when you get in front of these coaches, or when you get on the Apollo, you know what the hell you're doing. But what I am seeing is a whole lot of players on these teams, sneaker teams too, that don't know how to play. and they don't know how to play. And I don't care how y'all say how you feel they can play. I don't care where they rank. I stopped watching. That's why I didn't come. I said I watched too much bad basketball in the SWAC. You think I'm finna come and watch all this bad basketball in high school? I'm just not. And that's what I think kids need to just play more basketball and learn. And learning, if I lose, I might not get up no more. Something I got to go somewhere where it means something. And a lot of these kids, it don't mean that. It just don't mean that, man. Everybody calling my mom and dad. I'm on this team. I'm on the hoops. I ain't got to get better. But they ass ain't getting no better. I'm watching them. I'm watching them. It's still saying, and then you wonder when they go to college and they want to transfer. Come on, man. Better learn how to play some basketball and play a little bit more basketball out here. So I'm talking about different teams and playing them. I think you need to do more than just playing with your team. Go play somewhere. Just play. Just get used to playing. I just see so many robots out there. I saw in the SWAC where a dude shook a dude and he fell down. And the dude ran the damn play. Jimmy, all he had to do is go to the basket and lay the damn down. He went into the motion offense. Dude, what the hell are y'all programming these kids to do? His man that fell down, go to the basket and get go to the basket and make a play. And these dudes around here pulling it back out. Motion. Man, get out of here with that. We're doing too much. We're doing too much, man. But that's it.
Hey, you know, too much game. I see a couple of you guys' questions. Chuck McCown, do the parents and club directors really know the playing level of their kids' players? Not the prime top tier programs, but the other programs that put together a tournament schedule that's above their heads. I mean, a lot of things go into making schedules, man. And sometimes if I got a program and Hatter got a program and we all right, I'm going to say, man, where you going on this weekend? He said, I'm going here. I might take my team now so we can just go and kick it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe between games.
Yeah.
A little bit of things like that factor into people making their schedule. You'd be surprised. And then some people might say, man, you know what? I'm going to go over here because we want to play. I have some programs that want to play one tournament in each region. Mm-hmm. Some teams will go north, south, east, and west if economics yield that. I don't mind
them going out of town. Jimmy, we used to go out of town all the time, but keep going.
And then some teams would find out they got one kid on their radar because they have one kid that need to get out the door first. Like I say, everybody has different agendas.
Yes.
So that means for some people, I need to get him against this dude right here because this dude here is ranked ahead of him in the same class. I need to get him on that stage against him. Meanwhile, I need to get this guy in front of a couple of coaches just to get recruitment.
But Jimmy, we can't do that no more because they're so separate now. These people got theirs, and these people got their event. These people got their platform. Nike got their platform. So the players can't do that as much anymore.
Not as much, but it's still certain. And then some people now have
the battle of the brands?
Obligations.
Okay.
Meaning that there's teams that are going to DFW. Some teams are going back to Dallas again, right?
Somebody told me that.
Right? So if they're going back to Dallas again, and some of those teams that are going back, one-time legends, that's T-Mac them, right? TJ Ford, Houston Superstars.
All of them went to Dallas last week?
Right.
Are these people that are going back?
No. TJ Ford and Houston Superstars went to Dallas last week. Now they're going.
And they're going back again? What's up there this weekend?
So there's an Adidas flavored tournament.
Okay.
So and teams like TJ Ford have an affiliation with one of the Adidas circuits, right?
Okay.
So you can see Houston Superstars may have an affiliation with one of the Adidas circuits.
Wait a minute. Somebody told me, and I know we got to get off this show, but the great Jared Harris ain't playing with John Lou?
bookmark that for tomorrow too, because I got a
Okay,
good
we got to talk about it.
I got a good message for John
Somebody
Urie
called and told me.
tomorrow.
I wondered was they being
I
messy
got a message, and I want you guys to make sure that
tomorrow.
you absorb this message I have regarding to that and regarding for John Urie on tomorrow.
Okay.
And trust me, you want to get this tomorrow. And like I said, it got so many. Kendrick Lewis, he said, I've been hearing the narrative. There's too many teams. There's too many trainers. Is this really an issue? I don't see it that way. Kendrick, bookmark that question for tomorrow, so we can entertain that on tomorrow.
I like that.
That's it. And according to Dion, you say the more teams you play, or on the more intel you allow others to have about you. That's true. The more, remember, sometimes you're questing for exposure, and most of the time you will get exposed because you really don't know what you're going up against. And everybody just wants that opportunity, and nobody's going to tell you no. Nobody wants to hurt people's feelings. And I understand that because, some kids, mental health is prevalent now. Back in the days, nobody gets cut nowadays, Howard. Hardly.
Yeah.
They'll go and find a second team for your kids' ass. For all the kids that got cut, they'll put them on a second team rather than just let them go.
Yeah. And that's a good thing, Jimmy. It's all right. Basketball is a good, man, playing basketball on a team, man, is the funnest thing. I don't care if you can't play that good. If all of y'all can't play, it's okay. But it's a great game. And that's what but if you're trying to play this thing and play it in college, you got to play more of it. That's all I want to tell you. You got to play it. You got to keep playing it. You got to understand it. Understand the movements, and you can't. So on the play down, if Jimmy, if I shake you and you fall down, Jimmy, I'm going to the rim and dunk it. But guess what? These guys here gonna run a play because the coach told them to run a play. We got to get out of that. I can tell you that. But Jimmy, let's get out of it.
Yeah, it's time to land this plane, guys. We thank you guys for tuning into the Chop Shop today. Hopefully that you got educated to a degree. Definitely you got informed about some things. And we're going to invite you to go over to rcssports.com and check out today's VIP news. Detailed recaps from the spring icebreaker are in the VIP news. Also, that transfer portal, it has increased. Go check it out. It's on the front of rcssports.com. You can see who's in the portal right now. And also
people we know.
Yeah, from Greater Houston. It's 15 Division I players are in the portal already from Greater Houston. And the next one up before the weekend, before in due time, we know Xavier Wheeler is expected to hop in that portal, guys. And so think about it. If you have a point guard on your team, or you have an unsigned senior who's a point guard, you have a point guard that's in junior college, he's going to compete with Xavier Wheeler for a scholarship because those coaches at certain levels are going to be recruiting him when the time permits itself. That's what you don't realize. It's a lot of dudes out there that were dudes. How do you see DJ Richards in that portal? DJ Richards, some guys, man, I got a dude, a shooting guard, man. I got to go. I know he's Division I. He ain't Division I before DJ Richards is. So you got to realize we put the grassroots team, we put the high school, we also put what college they're coming from. Check it out on rcssports.com, your number one info source of Greater Houston basketball. Make sure you go and subscribe to our YouTube page, Chop Shop. Is it HTX? And also give us a thumbs up today if you're watching on there. I know, Roy Wells, you want to talk baseball. I was just so disgusted from that game last night. I watched it, and you know what? But I ain't mad at you. You know what? I'm just not a huge fan of Trout because he's not clutch to me, and proved again last night he wasn't clutch. Ohtani just gave him the business at the plate. That was man versus man, and they trying to he's one of those guys ain't never won anything and could have had opportunity, as you said, to win a championship last night. Didn't even make contact. He had 3 swings and didn't even get a foul ball off of his teammate from the California Angels. So
my boy not hit into a double play.
Man, you know what? It wasn't a good night for Mookie hitting a key double play in that 8th inning. He did. with the run on first. I mean, it's Mookie, you know what? I ain't mad about that. That's typical. Hey, Rod Wells, how did your Dodgers do last night? Your California boys, it might have been too many California boys on the doggone on the USA team. That's what it might have been.
I started something. Let's get out of here, man. I just started something.
We up out here, man. Peace. It's time to slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing on this Wednesday. But make sure you tune in tomorrow. Share the show on your way out the door. Peace. We up out of here, man. Chop shop.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live.